We'll take a look at that rain in just a moment, Barbara, because we are seeing those heavier showers work through. Right now, we want to show you what's going on as far as this tornado watch. This was issued around 10 o'clock this morning for most of our viewing area. The only counties not in our viewing area, Moore and Hoke counties, but every other county, if you're watching right now, you're under a tornado watch. Remember, a watch means we're watching the situation. It does not mean we will see a tornado. It means the atmosphere is ripe and ready to go, and you could see a tornado fire later on today in any of those highlighted counties. Let's show you what's happening with a live look at First Alert Doppler as we zoom down in and take a better look at our area this hour. We're seeing the heavy rain right now on the western side. We're not seeing any flooding. That's the good news. The rain has just been picking up intensity. This would be a typical summertime type storm right now as it moves through, but we're going to continue to see the rain for several hours possibly. So let's go down into the triangle first. You can see from Durham to Chapel Hill a heavier batch of showers now working through. Fuquay Varina to Holly Springs. Those showers continuing to press off to the north as we go east into Wake County. Not really seeing a lot of rain around Wake Forest yet. This rain shield is slowly shifting to the east as we go through the morning. Now we'll zoom down in to Sanford, Lee County, into Hoke and Moore counties. Notice the movement of this moisture is slowly drifting to the west, even though everything's going up like this to the north. The heavier batch of showers now drifting off to the west through Fayetteville. You're going to continue to see those rain showers get heavier and heavier over the next couple of hours and then on into Harnett County as this pulls on through. We'll take a regional perspective in just a moment. Let's go through the other watches and warnings we have to show you right now. We have a flash flood watch in effect. This runs until tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., though I think most of the rain will be done by midnight tonight. The National Weather Service has this going through 5 a.m. It's for every county. So if you're watching right now, watch means the conditions are right to see some flooding in spots, and flash flooding is possible. I think it will be localized, but there certainly could be some, and because of that, the watch has been issued. We do not have any warnings to pass along just yet. The other thing we're watching are the winds. They'll continue to pick up as we go through the afternoon. Now, our graphic here doesn't show wind gusts under 20 miles an hour. So that's why you may be seeing gusts of 15 to 18 miles an hour at some of these other locales, but 22 miles an hour wind gusts reported now in Rocky Mountain, Wilson, 28 in Irwin. Fayetteville's at 26, so we have seen those gusts going up to 30s through the morning. Southern Pines 23 miles per hour in Siler City. But here's the eye back here, and as this eye wall gets closer, what's left of the eye wall gets closer, we'll see those winds really start to pick up and intensify over the next couple of hours. Here's a look at our First Alert Predictor forecast model as we go through the morning, and you'll see that by lunchtime today, by 3 o'clock, we're seeing 40+ mile-an-hour wind gusts down into the Sand Hills and toward Kenansville, Goldsboro. And with the ground already saturated because we've had so much rain from Florence and it's like a sponge and it's been letting out a little bit of the water, but more water is going to put into it. These high wind gusts could bring down trees. So we'll be watching that. Then as we go off to the north and to the west, this is the remnants of the eye. And so you can see those wind gusts really dying down toward Greensboro and Sanford. And this is about 3 o'clock this afternoon. The remnants of that eye press through and the winds will die down across Raleigh between 4 and 6 tonight, I think. And then as this slides east, this eye slides east, on the backside it's wrapping more moisture in and more of that high wind in, so the winds will pick up in intensity. So even though if about 4 o'clock today you step outside and you go, wow, the winds have really died down, we're not done with it yet. It's just a break in the action until that passes through. Then on the backside we could see wind gusts back into the 40-50 mile an hour range. Outer Banks could be seeing 40 and 50 miles an hour as well for their wind gusts as we go through the evening hours. That presses off to the north and to the east. By 10 o'clock tonight, we're still seeing wind gusts in the 20 to 30 mile an hour range. And those winds could stay gusty through the overnight. Look, by 7 o'clock tomorrow, we see the wind gusts in the 20+ mile an hour range, even at 7 in the morning. But through the day, as it continues to pull out of here, the remnants of Michael continue to go away. Those wind gusts will go away. And notice by tomorrow and even on into Saturday, we see the wind gusts just done. Because those wind gusts become intense, though, and because the sustained winds become intense, we do have a tropical storm warning in effect for almost the entire viewing area. National Weather Service in the olden days, 3 or 4 years ago, they had the high wind warnings, but now they actually can issue a tropical storm warning for those high winds. When we see a tropical storm warning, That means that the winds could be sustained 39 miles an hour or greater for up to 1 minute or longer. Basically, you could see tropical storm force winds in any of these counties. This runs until further notice from the National Weather Service. As far as the rain, let's look at the model and then we'll take a regional perspective and see where the heavier rain is. This is what we call the HRRR. It's the High Resolution Rapid Refresh Model, HRRR. The HRRR model, which updates every hour. It doesn't go out very far, but it looks at a lot of data. So I think it gives us a really clear picture sometimes as to where the heaviest rain might be. The HRRR right now is showing the heavier rain shield lifting north through Wake County around lunchtime, about an hour or two from now, and we'll see that start to lift off to the north. And then notice this heavy shower activity continues through 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Then we start to see the remnants of the eye working through some of those southern and western areas, so the rain shield will die down in some of those southern areas. That heavy rain then lifting toward Roanoke Rapids. As a matter of fact, if you're watching up in Northampton, Halifax counties, you may not see heavier rain till 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. Then as we go into the evening hours, we start to wrap in some of the drier air and you get the remnants of the eye, and so some of that rain will die down. Then through the evening hours on the backside, it's pulling more moisture around on the backside. So we see that rain as we go through the evening hours. And then by 10, 11 o'clock tonight, those showers are actually done across the triangle, and we'll see those showers continuing to spread off to the north and to the east and working their way out of here. Let's take a regional radar perspective real quick, and I want to show you where the showers are at this hour as they press off to the north and to the west. You can see the eye of this storm north of Columbia now and pressing off closer to us. We're going to slide this radar up a little bit closer, and notice the heavy rain off to the south running right here down just west of Fayetteville into Hoke and Moore counties. This rain shield is going to continue to move on this track and lift across us over the next 3 to 5 hours. So that's why I think our rain will actually intensify over the next several hours. We're going to continue to watch as we work our way through the afternoon, and as more watches or warnings are issued, happy to pass those along to you as soon as I get them. Right now, we'll go back to DeJuan and Barbara.